What is up, everybody? Welcome in. This is Sean with MTG 808 Jr., and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the simpler decks of the format, Mono White Aggro. Mono White Aggro, yeah, it did actually win both of our scholarship tournaments so far. The one back in December, Jacob won with Mono White Aggro, and then the one back in last May was won by Kyle playing Mono White Aggro. So we didn't see anyone play it in the first tournament that we just ran with Ravnica Allegiance. People were trying out spicier decks. Oh, no, Flora played Mono White Aggro, so, it's still around. But this is how I would build Mono White Aggro, especially considering the Persistent Petitioners metagame. It has definitely warped the metagame. I don't think that it is warping it to the point that it's ban-worthy. A bunch of the kids were saying, like, oh, you need to ban Persistent Petitioners, it's so annoying. I understand that it's annoying. I understand that, traditional strategies that might not be prepared for it just completely roll over and die to it. But, that's part of Magic. That's the metagame. You have to be able to have a plan for all these different kind of decks. So I think the most effective plan against a Persistent Petitioner kind of deck is just playing a really proactive deck that can pressure your opponent, because the earliest they can start milling you is turn 4, and then they need 3 or 4 more turns after that. No, they need 4 or 5 more turns after that in order to kill you. So you just need to win before turn 9, and you need to be able to win through a bunch of 1/3 blockers. So most aggro decks actually fit that bill quite nicely, especially this one, Mono White Aggro. Just playing pump spells is a really good way for the aggro decks to have a plan against Persistent Petitioners, because usually the Persistent Petitioners come down, they brick your 1 or 2 drop, and then you feel like, oh no, I can't attack. But as long as your deck has pump spells in it, you can attack and then threaten the pump, and then they can't block. If they do block, then hopefully you have it in your hand, and you are able to get them to lose a Petitioner, which then slows their clock down, which then means that the rest of your creatures now have more time to kill them. The other way to get through Persistent Petitioners is just with Evasion. So the deck that Luca won the tournament with, he beat Persistent Petitioners in the last round to secure his top 4 slot, and then again in the top 4 to secure his top 4 slot, or to make it to the finals, and then again in the finals he beat Persistent Petitioners. And the way he did it was just, playing 1-drops and then making them huge. He was playing Frenzied Rage, Swashbuckling, and Knight's Pledge to just make his 1-drops be able to attack on turn 2, and put a really fast clock on his opponents. I'm not as all in on the Aura game plan, because your opponent has removal and then you cry. But Short Sword is, albeit a little bit slower, but still plays to that game and is not as weak to removal spells. Jousting Lance similarly positioned here. So we've got those things to help make our dudes big enough. Like Bishop Soldier and Mesa Unicorn with the Short Sword can attack into Persistent Petitioners. As I talked about, the pump spells allow us to attack. Gideon's Reproach allows us to attack into them, and then if they line up double blocks, and we can get them. And then Inspired Charge, if they're getting close to decking you out, you want to have a card like this that is just like, well, if I draw this, then I attack with everyone, and I either kill them with it, or they line up blocks and then lose all their guys, and they can't mill me. So I think this deck is one of the better matchups, or it has a really good matchup against Persistent Petitioners, and then I think it's also just solid against the rest of the field. It probably isn't very good against Control, but playing Short Sword, I think, allows us to have some game against Control. The Adamant Will as well is also quite good against Control, so we have some game. On 3, I am choosing to play Blade Instructor. Territorial Hammer Skull was kind of like the go-to choice in this slot for a lot of people. Pegasus Courser is also an option, but most of the other dudes in the deck fly. Although giving our 2/2 lifelinkers flying is pretty sweet. But since most of the other cards in the deck fly, I think Blade Instructor is the best choice here, because being able to pump up our flyers, or pump up our lifelink creatures, or pump up our Parhelion Patrol, I think are all really nice options. And then just putting like a Jousting Lance on a Blade Instructor seems really sick. And also Arrester's Zeal. This is the only new card that we're playing in this deck, but I think it's a really big upgrade. When I previewed this card in our set review, I said it might be better than Moment of Triumph, but I wasn't sure. Now that I've thought about it more, I think this card is definitely better than Moment of Triumph in this matchup. Like, we're already gaining a bunch of life because of our lifelink creatures, so the 2 life that you gain from Moment of Triumph is not as important as I think being able to give, our 2/2 lifelinker flying, turn it into a 4/4 lifelinker with flying, and great. Or make our mentor dude into a 5/3 mentor with flying. Means that they're not going to be able to block with it, which means that you're probably going to get another trigger it off of it later. So I think Arrester's Zeal is just exactly what the deck wants. And then we're just playing. We're only playing 6 lifelink 2-drops here, when you can max out at 8. I do want to have a little more flying in the deck with Silverbeak Griffin. And then if you haven't seen our videos talking about this before, I've mentioned this in almost all the Short Sword Parhelion Patrol decks that we've played so far. But Parhelion Patrol, right, you put the Short Sword on Parhelion Patrol, you can buff up your other stuff. If you have 2 Parhelion Patrols, then they can just take turns buffing each other up. You just move the Short Sword back and forth, right? You put it on one, you make it a 3/4, you attack with both of them, make the other one a 3/4, then the other one, you move the Short Sword onto the other one, then it attacks, and it's now bigger than the other one, and they can just like take turns mentoring each other. So Short Sword plus Mentor is really awesome. Only playing 20 lands, the curve is pretty low. I could see an argument being made for 21, but you'd probably have to cut like Jousting Lance for that, or a Gideon's Reproach or something. Maybe trim on an Adamant Will. I don't know. But this is the deck. We're going to take it through a queue and see how we do. Okay. We are playing a mono white deck, so we're just going to get these quests, but I think I still just want to... White or black? I think I still just want to re-roll to try and get that 750 quest. Okay, here we go. This is probably going to be the last video that we make. I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I gotta go to bed. Okay, but this one should be pretty fast. We're playing an aggro deck, so short video here. Okay. Good old tried and true mono white aggro. Ooh, this hand is not very good. I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay, this hand is much better. We actually have things to do with this hand. Yeah, I'll keep that. Although I could see an argument made for bottoming it, like... We're either going to draw spells that we can cast, or lands that can get us to Parhelion Patrol. Ooh. Alright, let us attack first. See if he wants to make this trade. Alright, get to punish him with the Rustwing Falcon here. Caw-caw! The Screech. Ooh. Okay, so he is... well, punished for keeping that land on top. Yeah, I think I just attack with everyone. He's going to trade with a Healer's Hawk here, but that's fine. We still have our other one. And... yeah, we're not going to block the Martyr of Dusk if he attacks, so no point in holding our dudes back. Ooh, nice. Very glad that he did that instead of killing the Parhelion Patrol. Definitely should have bottomed that land. Wow. Did he just have lands in his hand? Because he could have skewered for 1 mana there if he just attacked first, so he must not have had other spells in his hand. I feel like we got lucky there, that our opponent had a worse draw than us. Because we mulliganed into 2 lands, 4 spells, and then drew 4 lands in a row after that. Ooh, okay, this hand is good. Love me a short sword. Ooh, okay, he's playing black-white. This is probably an ill-gotten gains deck then. Oh. Ooh. Excuse me. Definitely not blocking. No Imperious Oligarch. Okay. Well, we are going to attack. Let's see if he has a Summary Judgment for us. Or a Gideon's Reproach or whatever. And okay. I think I just want to get the clock on him faster. Like, if I play a 2-2, then he just is going to trade Twilight Panther with it. Which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. But I think getting in the air is much more appealing than that. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna attack with both. If he blocks, then yeah, we'll just do this, and then we'll play our short sword. I guess I could have played the short sword, equipped it to the griffin, and attacked, and then moved the short sword back over to the Rustwing Falcon. Give me a land. It's not a land. Alright. Let us see. If I think I want to hold back the Rustwing Falcon, but the question is, what do I equip to? I think I want to equip to the Silverbeak Griffin. Okay. Oh, so he does not have... He's just taking this. Okay. Ooh, nice. he's just taking it. Okay. Well, gaining all that life feels good. So it looks like he's just splashing. Oh no, he played Sky March. So he's splashing for Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Twilight Panther, Sky March. Okay, that resolves. Moment of triumph. Okay, let's see. If we put this here, then we just attack with these two. Chumpy chumpy. Okay, we'll move the short sword back. Healer's Hawk. Okay. Ooh, another one. Okay. Well, hopefully we get him to double block, and then we get him with Arrester's Zeal. Okay. I guess I fire off this one. Okay. Gotta love the equipment. Such a good monosync. Very nice. I guess we might as well move this over to gain all the life. He should have blocked the one that did not have first strike, and then he would gain one more life. I don't think it matters at this point, though. I don't think he can win this game. Alright, you got it. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I guess I clicked through my second main phase there. Yeah, he's just dead, though. Good game. Got him. Good old white aggro. Short Sword is such a good card. I haven't said it yet this format, but I did say it many times before Amonkhet rotated out that Hone Kopesh and Short Sword were the best card in the format. Even though it's not alongside Sacred Cat and Gustwalker anymore, I still think Short Sword is one of the best cards in the format. Just, it's so flexible, gives you so many options. Well, I guess we'll keep our perfect curve hand. So sick. Ooh, all the white mirrors today. Alright, let's stop drawing lands deck. Fair trade. Is this the same guy? I was not paying close enough attention last game. Alright, no more lands deck. Is this a Moment of Craving? Wow. Just paying the 5 life. Let's draw Jousting Lance. Ooh. Nice. Oh, that was such a good draw. Okay. Huh. If I give it flying, then that means he can't block it with Hunted Witness. Or... no. I was thinking I could pump up the Parhelion Patrol and then put the counter on the Blade Instructor, but then he just double blocks it. So I think I want to cast it now. He just took it. Nice. Okay. Let's draw Jousting Lance, shall we? Can we make any attacks here? We can attack with Blade Instructor and Bishop Soldier. And then I don't think we can make any attacks here. Ooh, definitely not all. That was a good draw. Well, I don't know about good, but it does open up some possibilities, because now we can double mentor onto Healer's Hawk. Come on, just give me like a short sword or a jousting lance. The problem with Pegasus Courser is that it just doesn't do anything if the rest of your deck is already flying creatures. Okay, so we have Inspired Charge to break the stalemate, we have Equipment to break the stalemate. We have Plains to break the stalemate. Okay. Well, even if we give this flying, I don't think that does enough. If he draws a final payment for our Parhelion Patrol, we're going to be in some trouble. So I'm sure he's got as many live draws as we do. Well, speak of the devil. Nice. Well, this is not good. Okay, well, we have a lot of live draws in our deck, but we've also got a bunch of stinkers. There's only 12 lands left in the deck, though, so we are over 2 and 3 to draw non-lands. Jousting Lance. Okay. Jeez. Yeah. I mean, we've only drawn 2 more lands than our opponent has. He probably has a land in his hand, too. What? Why would you block with your Pegasus Courser instead of your soldier token? Why would you block with that? I'm so confused. Okay. Let's kill Pegasus Courser. Okay. I don't think we have any good draws left in our deck. Like Parhelion Patrol is probably our best draw here, but even that's not that good. Okay, that was one of our better draws. Because now that opens up like Jousting Lance as being a really good draw. So this is the second white aggro deck that we've seen splashing black for Ill-Gotten Inheritance. It's playing a lot of flyers. Final Payment is interesting. Ugh, Waltz is just a beating. I'm surprised he's playing Waltz instead of just Dead Revels. Okay, let's draw Jousting Lance, please. That's not a Jousting Lance. I think we're just dead this turn. He just jumps all his guys and then drains us with Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Yeah. This game was looking really good. And then I think we just drew too many lands. Yeah. I'm on the play. If only I had a second land, this hand would be very keepable. I'm gonna mulligan this. Oh god. Gotta mulligan that too. Okay, well. Scrying any non-land to the bottom here. Yeah, maybe it was greedy to mulligan that first hand. Okay, well, step one complete. Okay. Well, it's not a land, but it's something we can do. I think Short Sword was probably our best draw there. Short Sword is just too good. Do you want to keep draining us? Ooh. Ooh, nice. Speak of the devil. Crunch. And maybe we should have held back one Rustwing Falcon just to block the tokens. Yeah, I think it was correct to hold back 1. Maybe not. Like, since we're gaining life here, I think dealing damage to him is probably better than us preventing 2 damage. 4/3 trample. Okay, so that would trade with Mesa Unicorn. Let's draw Adamant Will or Arrestor's Zeal. So I put it on the tapped one because if he has something to answer our blocking Restoring Falcon, then and I draw a 2-drop, then I want to be able, like, me killing him right now is way more important than keeping his dudes from attacking me. I'm up 15 life on him. Oh, well, never mind. Now I am up only 9 life on him. No, take that back. I'm up only 7 life on him now. Do you have a fungal infection? Nope. Okay. Well, there's Adamant Will. Turn too late, deck. A turn too late. Alright. Jeez, that guy is huge. Okay, so my plan here is to double block the Recluse, and then hopefully this Adamant Will resolves, and I don't lose any of my creatures. And then I draw a land and kill him with Inspired Charge. Well, nix the land idea. Okay, so he doesn't have a combat trick then, so we get to kill his Recluse. Good ol' trusty Rusty. Okay, well, we do not have the land to kill him with Inspired Charge, but this game is looking pretty good. Sparkle Tongue Dragon. You have a Spark Tongue Dragon, sir. Land? Okay. So now, if he blocks with Spark Tongue Dragon, we get him with Arrestor Zeal. If he doesn't block with Spark Tongue Dragon, then we Inspired Charge and kill him. Ooh, another one. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see. I think we just play the patrol here. Okay. I think he's dead. Oh, never mind. That was a good draw. Is he dead now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yes, Inspired Charge should kill him here. Got him. Alright. Okay. 1 or 2 more matches to go. Okay, this is a fine hand. We're on the play. Good 1-2 punch on the creatures, and then got some combat tricks to back them up. Llanowar Elves. Alright. We may have to race some ramp. But having lifelink and this Adamant Will makes me optimistic. Ooh. Let's see. Would I trade my Bishop Soldier for Llanowar Elves and Doom Dissenter? I think so. Like, he didn't play a 3-drop on 3 last turn, so if his Llanowar Elves dies... Oh, okay, this is fine too. Gaining all of the life. All of the life, all of it. So he has to have a 4-drop here, since he didn't double block with the Llanowar Elves. Ooh, I'm surprised he didn't just play that last turn. No blocks. Getting in. The blade. Okay, let's put the counter here. That was a really good turn for us. Barrier of Bones. Okay. It seems like his deck is just missing a Thallid Omnivore or two. Okay. So this puts him to 5. If I didn't just draw that Blade Instructor, I would Gideon's Reproach that, just so that Blade Instructor survives combat, and then we get to pump. But we're going to get to pump anyway here, so might as well just make the more mana efficient play. Alright, and that is game. Kill him in the air next turn, thanks to Mentor. Sweet. Okay, this hand looks sweet. We get to be on the play, got a nice curve. Yeah. Lifelink is a very good keyword. Blue, huh? What kind of control deck are you? Are you a Persistent Petitioners deck? Yes, you are. Okay. Well, I think we just run over this matchup, especially with a draw like this. So let's see. If I'm just gonna attack with everything. He'll probably block the Blade Instructor. Okay. So he's going to 8 this turn. I think we only attack with the Mesa Unicorn that we equip. Because if we attack with both, then he could just double block the one that we don't equip. But then he takes 7 and he goes to 5, and then he's dead on the next turn. So I think we do attack with everyone. Alright, easy peasy matchup. That's the matchup we want all day long. And there is our last pack. Alright, claim prize. Let's see what rare we got. Come on. Checkland. Death Baron. Okay. Well, we keep getting these rares that we don't need. That's at least a cool rare. And that at least got us vault progress. Okay, just re-looking back at the deck. Yeah, I really like the deck. What did we lose to? We lost to the black-white matchup, where they had ill-gotten inheritance and a higher curve than us. So they just, like, stalled the ground. Yeah. So they stalled the ground, and then... I don't know what they use to determine what order stuff goes in when you have them in the same column. Anyway, okay, looking at all of this. So they mucked up the ground, and then they had a better top end than us. Like, they had a lot. They actually had removal in their deck. They had ill-gotten inheritance, and they had, like, way more 3s and 5s. So, yeah. I don't think I would change anything in this deck. Short Sword and Jousting Lance were great. Jousting Lance is hiding over here on the side. Gideon's Reproach, I think, is, like, the most flexible slot. You could play more pump spells there. You could play more creatures, even. I don't think we were lacking on 2-drops. I liked the mix of Lifelinkers and Silverbeak Griffins. You could just play 4 Lifelinkers and 4 Griffins if you wanted to. I know Griffins are hard to get in real life, though, so that is a factor. There is 1 Griffin in each of the white 30-card starter decks that Wizards gives away, and then I think the only other way to get it is in the Ajani Precon. The Ajani Precon from M19. So, I don't think we wanted Hunted Witness in the deck. Cavalry Drill Master, I think. Right, like giving Blade Instructor first strike, pumping up our Hellion Patrol, giving our first strike, or our Lifelinkers first strike. I could see Cavalry Drill Master being included in the deck. The problem is that our other 2-drops are already so good. Like, we want other 3s, but honestly, I'm really not that impressed with any of the other 3s. Like, we could play the 2/3 flyer. This guy's not good. Conquistador is an option. We could just play more Luminous Bonds. Pegasus Courser. I guess Pegasus Courser plus Blade Instructor is good. So if you were going to cut Gideon's Reproach to put in Pegasus Courser, I could get behind that. But there's so many other creatures in the deck that fly, right? There's only, what is this? There's only 10 other creatures that Pegasus Courser even can target meaningfully. We don't have Territorial Hammer Skull, but that would be an option on 3. I don't think we want to add more 4s. We could add a 5 to the deck with Angel of Dawn, but I don't think we want to do that. Viscopa Vampire? No, I don't think we want to play that. Fresh-Faced Recruit. Well, Sparring Construct seems okay. Strider Harness. Strider Harness would be a pretty interesting one of. Hey, Sky Scanner is an okay 3-drop to play. Yeah, I could see Sky Scanner going in this slot right here. Just add more flyers to the deck. Give the deck a little more resiliency against the control, the grindy decks. Yeah, I like this shell, but there's some options on the wiggle room space. Just even a 4th Adamant Will would probably be fine. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, and well, let me get my shameless plug ready. If you want to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron for MTG 808 Junior. We run 2 youth tournaments each month, and then twice a year we run scholarship tournaments. So we try to we only charge the kids $1 to play in the youth tournaments, and you know, everything, all the prizes we give away is all donations, or, you know, patron funded. All the guys that help out with the school clubs and coordinating and everything, and all the work that I do, it's all volunteer work. So if you want to support the project, please consider becoming a patron subscriber. Yeah, we would really appreciate it. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think, and I will catch you next time. Peace.